Hello there guys, and welcome to ATW Studios where you learn filming, gaming, education. I'm Andrew here, and today we're going to be starting our VFX tutorial today. And what we have is our image that I did on the lightning bolt one. And now we will be focusing on the lava VFX now. So let's get started. First we're going to add a new layer called lava. And then we set it as a fractal noise. Okay. Now I got that part. Now the next thing we're going to do is to actually place this at dynamic progressive at invert. It gives it that fiery look. Now we're going to like downside a little brightness, maybe heighten up the contrast, and many things like that. Okay, now we're going to go head to transform. It's at uniform scaling already, and then set your offset. Go all the way here. And I'm just going to set it to negative since I want mine to go down the stream. So now the next thing we're going to do is set this to 3D, rotate, at Y, I'm an X, and then change my Z a bit, maybe here. Maybe point it to here. Put a bit more of less on the X. So the key here to sell it is actually the positioning of how you are going to use your lava. So all I'm trying to do is really face it the right way. Okay, that might be, oh, what just happened? Yeah, that might be good. My size, I'm going to try to place it all the way up. Okay, now this is when you get your masking. And then I'm just going to place it all the way up here to show it that it's actually almost like flooding, really. And then now maybe place that one up here, this one here. Now let's see what it looks like. Okay, it looks like it's in the right position. Put a bit of feathering, a tiny bit. Maybe like 5 or 10. Okay, after this, we're going to set down the hue and saturation on the color correction side. We could just forget that. Colorize. And then to give it the great color for it, 19.5. And then this one at 100. Ah, I pressed 0. Now 100. Next thing is to add stylize glow. And then this is when we're going to add 495 here. And then for threshold, 41.6. Intensity, 4.2. Now you have that crazy looking fiery texture. Maybe add a tiny bit more. Ah, it looks like something went wrong. I accidentally made it go upward. Well, it doesn't matter really. It doesn't actually matter. So, you're all done. Now you're done with this part. you might just need to actually add a tiny bit of the feathering. And now the lava part is done. Now here's what we will do. We're going to try and make sure we have our heat distortion. You might be just thinking turbulent displace immediately. Well, that's sort of right. Because if you just use it, it's not really going to be a real like distortion really. So what we're going to have is an adjustment layer. Now put down, hide it, or maybe not. And then we're going to use our masking. So usually for our, we're going to do this because the whole place isn't really on fire really. So now we're going to add it sort of up here. Because the lava is really hot, we want to show that heat all the way to here. And we're not going to do it all over the lava because it would be really confusing to actually see. So we're sort of like going upward and downward here. Okay. Now bring in the turbulent displace. And then it's all messed up here. So what we're going to do is put the amount at 39.4. But then the size is 7. Now you can see a tiny bit of that. Now we're going to add the complexity at 2.9. Then now you'll get it. It sort of looks like it, but it's not really going just outward the mask. We need to show that it's actually getting weaker while going out. So maybe feathering at 10. Or maybe more. Up, double clicked it. Now, what we're going to do for evolution is press Alt, click, and then place it on time, multiply by 400. Now you see that it's moving constantly while time goes. So it's actually changing this 400 per 24 seconds, or 24 frames. That's what it means. Time times 400. Next thing, to make it even more realistic, is to actually add a blur. Because usually, you don't see through the heat distortion that well. So, I just like got this from luck, but it's called compound blur. Now, we invert the blur, and then we place the maximum blur to just 2. Now you can't see it that well. It gives it that heat. But the only problem is, it seems, well, it doesn't seem like there's much problem. Yeah, I messed up with the feathering as well. Okay, now when we play it, I'll just play it at a lower, really low quality. Now you have your own lava lake, or lava stream, or yeah, just a lava VFX. That was really easy, right? You don't need to get all complicated because in After Effects, it gets even more simpler. So, hope you guys have a great time. Share this with your friends, leave a like, and also leave a comment because I want to hear more of your questions and what you want me to do. So, have a great time.